got Dr. Tim Failing from Upstate Family Chiropractic down there in Herkimer. We're going to be discussing things for lower back pain, herniated discs. Anybody with general back pains, you may want to stay tuned. We've got a lot of interesting things we're going to be discussing. Hey folks, we are here now with Dr. Tim Failing. I don't know, we do this.
Yeah, I don't know what we can do lately here.
We shake.
We got about 5 feet here.
But we're going to do the show now with Dr. Tim Failing from Herkimer. Now, what's your address down there?
It's the address for GPS be 108 South Bellinger Street. That'd be the GPS address.
It's right there. There's the Vinny's Pizzeria is right upstairs, State Street. There's Verizon. He's right there.
I'm on the lower level.
Lower level in the back. You know, he's been my chiropractor for quite a while now, too. I got to get back with you, too. I didn't know you were open.
Yeah, I stayed open right through the whole COVID thing because
like us, I didn't know.
People needed it. You know, they were coming in.
Yeah, so... But when I was going down there, he was explaining to me about this new thing that you got going on. You know, that it's for a new type of therapy. Is it for
spinal decompression?
Okay.
Non-surgical spinal decompression for herniated and bulging discs, primarily. People who have conditions like sciatica, degenerative disc disease, some neuropathies and such like that. That would apply to them too.
Now, are you the only one in the area?
There's another one in Niagara Falls, from what I understand.
So that's quite a ways.
It is. Actually, before that one in Niagara Falls came in, I actually took care of a patient who got a car accident in Canada. He drove down to Herkimer, stayed over in a hotel. I took care of him, and he would go back and do that every week, and it worked phenomenal for him.
Okay. Now, what kind of issues? Major spine. Now, you were saying something about what's the weight loss thing?
That's another whole thing that we do with far infrared light. Obviously, weight loss is tough because you got to get the person on board to want to lose the weight. It's kind of like smoking. If you really don't want to,
got to be on the program.
You got to want to lose weight and change your lifestyle. You know, if you're just going to get on the lights, you can. We use the red lights also for pain control, and it works well for like other issues like that, like injuries.
Okay.
But it helps to shrink the fat. It's like turning it from a grape to a raisin. But you can turn it right back to a grape if you're not doing the right proper eating stuff out there. You know, so but it does help shrink the fat cells. It liquefies them so that you can get it out of your system.
Do you have to be on a regimen for like the pills and?
Yeah, there's the supplements that we use because we try to use more of it's more of a detox with that system because your body will hold the fat, and if you don't detox it, it gets held in. So you got to make sure your liver is clean and your lymph system is working well. Otherwise, you can just reabsorb it and it goes right back in. So we want to make sure we can flush it. So we do that also. That's another little wrinkle we have in the office too.
I know, I've seen that. So let's explain a little bit about this.
Yeah, we do a non-surgical decompression. I was the first one in New York to have the machine. I've had it quite a long time. I just do it for my select patients. I'm not really pushing it to any other clients that are out there, but it works primarily for herniated discs and bulging discs. Most people who have a herniated disc, they get around 86, 87% success with it, which is high.
I got 3.
See, most people have it, live with it. 70% of the people on the street with absolutely no pain have a herniated or bulging disc. They just don't know it. They haven't aggravated it yet. Once they do, then they start looking into what happens. You know, you do therapies, you do medications, you do your chiro, you do PTs, you do all these things, acupuncture, and which we should be doing. We should do everything we can short of surgery before surgery. Because if someone goes and does get surgery done, most of the surgeries won't allow you to get this done afterwards. So it's kind of, you have to do it in a progression.
How many steps?
The machine, the person would be on the machine. There's nothing else required besides them coming into the office and getting on the machine for about 27 minutes. And most patients are taking a nap.
And you don't even really
Most of them are sleeping, you know. Most of them are sleeping. Because what happens with it is a disc is avascular, has no blood flow. So once a disc is injured, it can't heal. So when you look at a disc, you're looking at a disc. A normal disc would look like this. You'd have 2 vertebrae. The disc is here, the shock absorber between it. The nerve comes out of the hole on the side. And it has room in there, but there is a fatty cushion that protects it. So there is something holding it there. And then the back hinges here, called facets, let you move. Well, if they get stuck one way or the other, it rubs and causes friction, and that causes swelling and bumps the nerve. Can't have swelling.
And that's what the pain is.
That's where most people get numbness, tingling, pins and needles in the legs, or they go down to their knees. But we can't have swelling. So in the spinal structures, we never heat it. We only ice it. Only ice spinal structures. You can heat the side muscles and things and get away with it, but don't put it over the structure when you're dealing with a spinal problem because it's going to bring blood there and get more swelling. But when you're looking at a disc, it's a little more specific. The disc looks like a jelly donut, so the inside is fluid filled.
Okay.
So what happens is this fluid is like throwing a rock in water. You throw it in, it hits, and it evenly distributes the forces all around that perimeter around the outside. The outside is called annulus fibrosus, and it's kind of like grizzle on a steak. It's hard,
Right.
so it contains that fluid. But every so often, that fluid will get pushed too hard. If you jump too hard, you take a big fall,
Right.
and it'll rip through the outer surface, and it'll bulge or herniate there.
That's actually a bulge.
That's a
right
bulging
there.
and herniating disc. Now, it's not going to float away typically. That could happen. In 27 years, I haven't seen it, but it can
Right.
happen. It's a possibility. But what you're looking at typically is this nerve has this much room as there's swelling to move out of the way.
Right.
This side only has a little bit. So it still has room to live and work. But when you get any kind of swelling in there, it's going to aggravate it because of this, what they call a space-occupying lesion. So what we do with the machine is we put the patient on the decompression, check their weight, get them on. We have to qualify for it. Some patients may not qualify depending on their MRIs or x-rays that I look at. Right. So I review those first to make sure they're a candidate. Once they are, we get them on the machine, and what the machine does is, since a disc doesn't have any blood flow, it can't heal. But around the body, there's interstitial fluid that bathes the body. It has stem cells, it has amino acids, proteins, so it can pull all that in and help it heal. So the machine will open up the disc space. I'm going to exaggerate so you can see. It'll open it up, and then every minute you're on it, it goes and pumps it down without closing it completely, and then pumps it back up. So it does move every minute up and down, and it's like thinking of you take a Ziploc bag, push the air out, seal it, and if you try to pull that Ziploc apart, it sucks in on itself. Right. That's called a vacuum phenomenon. It's pulling in, it's trying to pull, but it can't because it's sealed just as this is. So when we're doing that position, we're doing just like that Ziploc. We're opening it, pulling the interstitial fluid, the nutrition around the disc, back in to help it heal. I had a patient early on. He had a CAT scan of a herniated disc, did all the 18 treatments that we typically do. Right. He got a post-CAT scan and it was clear. So that can happen, but I don't usually run into a person who has one herniated disc. Everybody who's coming in, they got 3 or 4.
I've got 3, 4, and 5 from weightlifting years ago, and basically just crunched them out. But is there a difference between the bulge and what if you blow that right out?
There is a potential for blowing it. If that happens, that's immediately a surgical situation. I haven't really run into that. I mean, they're out there. I haven't run into it.
So mine is probably I'm pretty sure mine
Yours
is
are probably,
bulging.
you usually get a combination of bulging and herniating. So usually what happens, we have 5 lower vertebrae in the back. The lowest one usually takes the biggest beating. Some people will go up above, but usually the lowest. And then when that one gets injured, it recruits the other one to help out. And now we got 2 after a while. And then those ones can't do it all, and then they recruit another one. So that's why it's like a domino effect. You can't just say, okay, I got a 1 herniated disc. Let me go to the surgeon. Let me get it repaired, and I'm done. Well, it's not over with because now this is going to work harder even though this was done surgical, if you did well. So we want to still, even after someone gets surgery done, we want to keep this one in motion so it can stay as healthy as possible, and you never got to run into that again. So it's a little step that we should take a little further. But the orthopedists we have in the area are very good. So when I get to the point where somebody just can't get past what they have, we refer to them. We work with them. No matter which group there are, there's a variety of different groups, and we just work with them, and the patient gets comfortable with them.
Now, insurance is insurance.
This is not covered in the state. Just like, when you go get like the teeth thing, right. The implants, it's just not a covered service. The company obviously gives us literature, but they say that the orthopedists lobbied against it. I'm not so sure that happened. It's FDA approved, but insurances don't want to pay for hardly anything anymore. Currently, I'm running an ad in Facebook that you can call the office, and I'll still give the ad from the office too. And it's a heck of a deal. We're doing $47 for 2 visits, and it's usually around $100 a visit, and we do about 18 visits. So patients will spread it out. They'll pay a little bit, each week or whatever, and make it easy for them. But we're going to give them more information because there is some nutrition that we like to give them, to offer them. There are a few items that are really beneficial that can help you internally. So if you're going to be pulling that fluid in, you want to have good nutrition in that fluid to pull it in. So some of the things that we would think about would be like nitric oxide, turmeric, which a lot of people have heard about. It's very popular. Yes, and turmeric's really good for an anti-inflammatory systemically. So we use those couple items, and we always like to look at vitamin D because of autoimmune problems. This is a situation of healing, so we want to make sure your vitamin D level is good. And there's no sense guessing. You get your blood work done, we get your vitamin D level, and we know where you're at. It goes from 30 to 100 in the blood. We want to be at least 40, 50, 55 in that range, a little higher than 30, so that we can definitely do the healing that we need. People with autoimmunities, a little bit different scenario. We talk about that when we get to that person.
Now, is there an age limit for getting in this machine, or can a child?
I've never really had a patient come in that had a youngster that had a herniated disc that they were that concerned about it.
Right.
I'm not saying it wouldn't, because idealistically, if anybody in our society found that they had a bad disc, and you got to strengthen it with exercises, you got to keep it motion with activity. But this would be the best thing. You jump on it right off the get-go.
Right.
Obviously, everybody should be doing it, but it's always a cost consideration. I haven't had any of the youngest. The youngest I have had on it was probably about 22.
Right.
But most of these people get disc problems from activity. I do have currently a gymnast who's potential.
Right.
She's around 12. I'm just looking into it. We're going through the process because you got to jump through hoops for MRIs and all these things now. Right. It's a little bit difficult. You got to go through all that. But we're getting there. We're going to figure it out for her and give her some options, because this is a management thing. Now, it used to be years ago, your doctor was, the one you went to and he told you what to do. Now everybody's on Google and everybody's figuring everything out.
Yeah,
so you're kind of your own doctor.
Yeah, I was going to say
right.
They're trying to be their own doctors.
So if they're going to be their own doctor, they want to have somebody that they can, bounce things off of, that can give them a logical explanation, or send them in a direction that they can kind of see what they're looking for. But again, nothing that could be harmful. Like if I go get back surgery, you get plates or screws, right. or you get the cages or the things that they offer. Sometimes that's where they got to go. That patient is not a candidate for the machine. So
right.
there's not even going to be I wouldn't even put them on
See,
it.
and I don't have nothing in my back. It's just the soreness in my back. So probably I would be.
Well, while you're younger, the disc situation, when it's an early injury, early years of the disc, you don't get a lot of degeneration. The degeneration comes after 5 to 7 years. You start to see degenerative disc disease, the arthritis and stuff. So when these vertebrae aren't moving because they're injured, and the one above it or below it is moving more, it's like a glass of water with salt in it sitting on your counter. The salt will settle out.
Right.
So the minerals in here, if it's not in motion, will settle out. So if my arm's in a sling and doesn't move for 8 weeks, I'm going to get a little arthritic built up, because the calcium and the magnesium minerals are going to be deposited on the bone.
Gotcha.
That lacks mobility over time. It limits your range of motion. So what we need to do is we need to keep those things in motion. In your situation with 3 discs, all right, and like I said, I haven't had 3. I haven't had anybody with like 1. Everybody's got multiples. But being used in the machine for such a long time, what I would do, so if there's 5 levels and you got the last 3 that are in trouble, I can actually be very specific on it. I can just pick the 4th one if that's your worst. I can pick the 3rd one and skip the other 2. Yeah. I can also pick the 5th one and treat all 3 while you're there and give them some extent of treatment too. You may need a little bit down the road later to just maintain. And I tell patients, once they get done with the machine and they're doing very well, I offer them a maintenance where they can come in at a reduced rate to maintain, like once a month or once every 3 weeks, or whatever works for that patient. But just to say, well, I put air in my tires, never need it again. Right. You always got to maintain it, because we're always active. We're always busy. We're not in a bubble.
Our bodies are like vehicles. Our bodies, you need to treat them well.
Yeah, we're constantly using them.
If you treated your vehicle horrible, what's going to happen to your vehicle? Yeah,
if I get a 60-year-old vehicle coming in that's clean, no rust, that thing is pretty nice. You don't see those.
No.
And we beat on our bodies every day.
I know.
I don't care what the position is. If someone's at a desk job all day, they're going to get neck and back issues. If they're a farmer, boy, they got some real bad stuff. Firemen, yeah, policemen, all these guys. The situation that's unique, though, is that the cervical spine and the lumbar spine are kind of brother-sister. So being that you have a lower back disc problem already, that can lead to a consequence of having a cervical disc too, because they work together. The curves are consequentially together. So in the spine, we have a certain amount of curves that form like a spring. So when you lose one, it straightens out, and then the rest have to work harder, and they can become compromised too. So when I do get patients who have a lumbar or a cervical, I always kind of let them know that we always got to be aware of the other areas too, just to be aware.
Wow, that's a lot of information, So folks, you want to get a hold of Dr. Tim Failing here, and there's his phone number right there on the screen. You can say the phone number.
315-866-3646.
And anybody that has back issues, or you just want a chiropractic stuff, you want to just give the doc here a call, and he'll take care of it down there right there in Herkimer. Like I said, I've been going to him for quite a while now, so.
And we get patients from all over. They aren't just local for this, because like I said,
all over the place.
Yeah,
if you're watching this, you want to give them a call, check them out, and look up this information on this new, on this interesting procedure.
Very interesting machine, yeah. It's and you'll put a picture on so they can check it out, and we'll get a link or something for them. Okay?
Yeah, so.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Dr. Tim. Okay, and folks, give Dr. Tim a call, and again, we hope to see you soon down here at Dr. Uniforms. We'll see you later.
Bye now.
Bye. All right, hey everybody, we are back with another show. We welcome Daryl back. We haven't seen Daryl in a little bit. We've been doing
How you doing, man?
a couple passion cookings without you.
Yeah, it's been rough.
We got a new one we're going to be coming up with, so we're going to be doing more for you.
Talk about some good eats.
Yes. Yeah. We've got a lot of things that we've been doing here in the store this year. A lot of craziness has been going on, obviously, with the pandemic and all that stuff that's been going on, but been still pushing along. So we're just going to get right into it and go right through some things that we've been doing here. The Clogs Shoes, and the big thing with these shoes here is these are slip resistant. They're USA made. They're anti-slip and non-marking, but they're injected mold. You can see how light they are. I wear these. These are the shoes I actually wear, but in black. I have black and brown in these, and I have another style. But they're called the Boca and the Bistro. There's two different styles that we carry in these, one for men, one for women. So we're just going to kind of go through a bunch of stuff here. So you want to come in, especially nowadays, you want something that's slip and non-marking and easy to clean. You just wash these with some warm soap and water. By the Clogs company, it's called the Zest shoe by Clogs, and you can see I got them on.
Oh yeah.
You know, these are the ones I wear in the store all the time. You know, you can see how light those are. You'd probably go good in doing carpeting and all that stuff too.
I should check a pair out.
And we have the Bistro one here. This is called the Bistro. Yeah, like I said, we're gonna just whip through a bunch of stuff here, just to let everybody know we are still in business and we are still here through all this. And this one I have in a nice brown. The Cobra line of leather gear that we have, the Cobra stuff we've been doing really well with our Cobra line.
Oh, that's heavy duty.
And these are the 1 3/4 inch belts that we do. These are what I usually wear. Great brand. It's
My father used
the
to
Cobra.
scare me with this all the
Remember
time.
they used to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are high quality, high grade wallets. Ones that fold nice and easy. You can see like that. And they got the rounded corners with this. This is like a New York detective style cut. Then it's just a little paper thing in here. And we got ones that fold this way. You know, from Cobra Police Equipment. We've showed these on some of the past shows that we've been doing, the blue line stuff. And we're actually getting the New York State Corrections. Here's one here, and it's got the writing in there for New York State Corrections. Beautiful wallets though. You got to come down, and if we don't have a cut in something, we'll order it up quickly. We have specific ones being made right now that's going to commemorate for the law enforcement, police, security, all that sort of thing. We also have the quick release handcuff cases. These are made to pull out. These are the Peerless Handcuffs here. They're USA made. They're easy to put on your belts, your duty belts. They go on your smaller belts that we were just showing. But the big thing is with these, when you have them down here, they just quick release. Very easy. And we also have, you know, the radio holders like that from Cobra. These are all Cobra. Like I was showing you this here. We haven't had the sample in yet, but the officer's wife, but we're doing a pistol permit one. It's going to be for Oneida County, carry concealed. It's going to say Oneida County, New York on the bottom, and it's going to have the Second Amendment badge. It's a nice special badge that's going to go in here. It's a mini badge. On the front of this, it's going to be embossed. It's going to be leather pressed of the Second Amendment logo that we did with our banner. It's going to have that pressed in here, and it's going to have letter pressing in here with gold. This is just the foil here. We're going to emboss it in here. It's going to be a one-of-a-kind item. We're going to do them for Herkimer County. We're going to try to do them for Madison County, and we're going to mainly do them for Oneida County right now to start. But we have those coming in. It's something we'll look at for anybody that's
Makes me want to get my pistol permit.
yeah, to anybody that's looking to get something specific like that. Tactical pants, you can hold that up.
Sure.
These are some of your tactical pants. These are water repellent pants. BDU ripstop. They got all the multi-pockets on them. For anybody using some of the other brands that are out there, you really got to come down. We've gone through many brands over the years. We always seem to come back to this brand, the proper company. We do
Nice
these.
little Velcro
Yeah, we
pads.
have some in. We can get them in the navy blue, got dark navy blue, we got the black, we have the khaki, we have their original ones. This is a big size one here too, so we do have them in big sizes as well. You got to come down here. I've been carrying this brand of socks for the past 20 years.
Really?
They're out of Florida. They actually sent us a box of these when we first started. A box came in the mail. I said, I never ordered these from you. I called the company up. They're like, we thought we'd send you a case, and if you don't like them, send them back. So I've been loving them ever since. I exclusively wear these myself. But they're moisture wicking. They got airflow technology, moisture management, advanced fibers, padded bottoms, and they are a lifetime warranty sock. Believe it or not, anything happens, you send them out to Florida, you put on the bottom what you want, and they will they'll send you out.
Even if my big toe sticks
Doesn't
through
matter. Yeah, I've had bleach on them. I've ripped them, and they mail you some for free. No questions asked. You just tell them what you want. All you ladies out there, even the guys too, but it seems like the ladies like this particular one. It's a bloodborne pathogen Deuce Series Thorogood boot. Awesome boot.
Nice.
It's one of the best-seller boots that we've had. We've carried that one for quite a few years as well.
It's not even that
it's a
heavy
six. It's a 6-inch. It's got self-cleaning bottoms. It releases the dirt as you step, and
nice.
it's got a very nice clean boot. Very lightweight. It's got a nice removable thick insole. It's got a shock zone insole. They're called on the inside. So we have the Reebok, and we did a whole show on this one. On this company, the Warson brands. But see how light it is? It's the lightest weight boot on the market right now.
Nice fat zipper on the side.
Great
Easy
boot.
up, easy down.
Yeah. Waterproof.
Nice.
It's got a memory foam on the inside. It's got removable insole, and it's got a massaging insole on the inside. That's what they're kind of famous for. The medical bags. We're just going to run through these because then we got that whole rack. We're going to have Ron help out. I'm going to pass them to you. So we got these. We're doing something a little different today. We're doing something a little different today.
I'm running.
The Sunita brands,
Nice.
They're made originally from 1907. They're still made in Poland, handmade in Poland. Still the same way. I think your wife has these. My wife's
Yes, she
got I don't know
does.
how many
She
pairs of
loves
them. So we got the duty bags here. And they carry a lot of different things. I use them for camera gear. I use them if I go out for the night or you got to go to a hotel or something. You know, you're staying away. Yeah, it's a nice little bag to have
Take this one, go see my mistress.
all your stuff in. Yeah. You got a mistress?
Not really, hon. No, not really. Just joking.
MDF stethoscopes. We love these stethoscopes here. Just a great brand, great product. You know, you can see that one. Open that one up. Looks like
Ooh. Fancy
the,
command.
we do carry the face masks. If you look at that, they got the face masks. We actually had to get these manufactured as well. And we have the pulse oximeters. We had to get these made. We just got those in today. Chef things that we have here that Ronnie's going to hand over to us. But, you know, just to show you all the different things that we have here, all the chef things that we have here. These are the original Dickies chef jackets. You're not going to find these anywhere. These are the soft pants. We have marching style gloves, but anybody worried about touching stuff, whatever, you want to get out of those latex, maybe you want to try something different, come out and get the marching gloves. We have all the aprons down here as well. There's the Passion Cooking apron. Some more. This is the foie gras coat. We also have these in white. This is the Uncommon Threads ones. These are some short sleeves. We also have them with the mesh backing, like that. Like that. Nice two-tone. Snap-up ones. These are a famous jacket too because you can see how you can snap them and you can leave them open, or you can make it clean, have it go all the way up to the top like that, or you can leave it open like that and show a little bit. The vest, for all you girls and guys that need the vests, we have the tuxedo shirts. We can get you some paisley. We can get you the bow ties as well. We do have all that stuff. All the aprons, we got the fancy aprons. We got the famous buckle apron here. We got the wider one that, you know, I think they use this one at Simeon's. We also have the shorter one and the 3-pocket apron one. We have a bistro style one that's got the pinstriping. We have some regular aprons. We can get these in multiple colors. We got the tuxedo style one. Here's a Dickies pinstripe with the mesh backing. Daryl's holding up a Healing Hands. Here you go, Ronnie. Here's a Healing Hands outfit for all those that need the whites. Now we're starting to get into where you may need the whites for any sort of graduation. We got the healing hands. We're going to be carrying an awful lot more of this stuff in here. We got the Cherokee stuff. We're going to be doing Heart and Soul, the Infinity, the Charisma, the Statement line. It just goes on and on with Cherokee. All the Cherokee stuff that Cherokee makes, it's just incredible. We just sold a few of these today too. Great, beautiful buttons on here. They got the bigger size buttons on here, but you got black and white in those too. Again, super soft. Feel how nice and soft these
they
are?
are very soft.
And sometimes you can see me, there's a picture of me with the healing hand sign. I'm actually wearing this outfit here, but this is a great outfit as well. Folks, these are super, super soft outfits. You're not going to find them any softer, in my opinion. They're just a great brand. They got the reflectives on them too, all the silver. These styles too. Sure, some pictures. Here's another one that's got the pink and the blue. This one's more pink. It kind of pops a little bit more, I can see. These are the yoga pants, just to show you. But here's the famous joggers we've been doing. We're starting to get more of these in. We got the black and blue in these, and we have some other colors, and we can also special order. So if you don't have something, you always want to you always want to request. Yeah, they're kind of like it's the yoga brand, you know. Here's the Betsy Johnson by Koi. We do have some of these in here too. We have some of the Koi stuff. Betsy Johnson, for those of you that know that fancy designer. And we have another Cherokee one. We did this one because it kind of matched, you would think yellow, but it's actually got this color blue in here, if you see, and it makes the outfit pop a little bit with Winnie the Pooh. And here's a famous healing hands combination here. I love this lime green with the yellow here. Or I mean lime green with the black here. It's got the yoga pants. These are the joggers. I like that outfit there. Here's another Betsy Johnson coming up. We got the Betsy Johnson badge reels. You girls that know that. Here's the Betsy Johnson stuff. This is a unique color. It's like in between a seal blue, powder blue.
It's nice.
Beautiful, beautiful outfit. We're going to start carrying more of the reflective in here. So these are your work, and they're not super expensive. You think they would be a lot of money, but they're not. So
Yeah,
we're going to be
built-in
showing
hood.
these, and we're going to be doing these for some of the programs here in Utica. But we got your all-season one here. This is like your winter style one here, but you see how long this is? These are your short ones, your municipality coat. That's about it, I think, as a quick show. But yeah, my magic trick, I got rid of the clapper. I do this flame thing now with my hand. I've been practicing. Warm up.
All right, so
See,
stop. No.
see this? See this?
Ow. Ah, stop.
All right.
You're gonna burn me.
Oh yeah, get rid of it.
Did you get my eyebrows?
You're smoking a
Do
little.
I still have eyebrows?
Ronnie, you smoking. Get the fire extinguisher.
Did he cinch me? I feel singed.
Live with it.
Live with it.